All right, let's try this again. So, welcome everybody to our Team Heidi's breakout call. We're going to get started here in just a moment, so please make sure y'all have pen and paper to take notes. Also, make sure that you let your mentor know that you do hear us with no echo. Moment. And once again, welcome everybody to our Heidi team breakout call. We're going to get started here in just a moment, so please make sure y'all have pen and paper to take. Also, make sure you let your mentor know that you do hear and see us loud and clear. We're going to get started in a moment. Before I start talking to nobody. And once again, welcome everybody to Team Heidi's breakout call. We're going to get started here in just a moment, so please make sure you have pen and paper to take notes. Also, make sure you let your mentor know you are on the call. We're going to get started here in just a moment. Do you girls have somebody that is letting us know that they can hear us?
I'm checking. At this point, it looks like they still see an old broadcast.
All right. I think we're good because I just logged in as me. Technology's so awesome. All right. So, guys, on this broadcast, we are going to have our fearless leader, Miss Heidi, joining us.
Hey, Heidi.
Hello.
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 Hi.
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 So,
all right.
Just getting everybody rounded up since we had some technical difficulties.
Okay. No problem. So, have we started? Is it really light over there, Shauna? Wow. It's dark here. All right. So, have you gotten started, or are you just greeting everybody, or what's going
on? We were just greeting before, so we had to kind of start over.
Oh. Okay. Is this have you guys seen that this is connected to Cash Cow?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Thanks. Okay, cool. So we have our team on here. Guys, welcome everybody. We're going to get started. We're just going to go over tonight a little bit of rostering training. And I've got my elite team here to help us work together and get your teams organized for the broadcast. So the first thing that you want to write down is, what are the broadcasts? Okay, that's the first thing you got to know, is who's supposed to be where. So you want to write this down. We have, when they're brand new, we have them. They are in training. They're called a trainee. Those trainees, their first place that they need to be is on the checkpoint call. So the checkpoint call starts the very day of or day after their sign-up call to. And it's critical, guys, that you teach them on this. You want to write this down on the sign-up call to script, which I have right here. It says, and you all want to be using the most recent version. I have version 11. That's on resources. And what it says here for the daily checkpoint call, it says they're going to log into this checkpoint call, and at the end, when you check back in paragraph 11, it says, after they reiterate the 3 steps they're going to take the first week, it says, a few minutes before each training starts, I need you to send me an email or a text to let me know that you're dialed in and in attendance. Okay, and they say, okay, and that gives me the opportunity to monitor your progress and stay in touch. So right here, in this script right here, we're setting them up to know that not only are we going to confirm them for the call or the broadcast, but we're also going to be expecting that they're going to check in with us. So absolutely critical, you guys, that even if you're a brand new person on the broadcast tonight and you only have, and maybe you just, in fact, I've got a guy, his name is Kent, he's on the broadcast, I'm sure, watching, and we just yesterday signed up Kent's first person, and we just got off the SU2, and she came in as a silver. So her very first broadcast or call that she's supposed to be on is tomorrow morning at 11 Pacific. So right before that call, we're going to give her a quick call and we're going to say, hey, Christine, we're really excited. Your call's coming up, your checkpoint call. So make sure that as soon as you get on, you let us know, either text or whatever you want to do to let us know, email, let us know you're on. So guys, this back and forth, it has to happen starting on day one. And what will happen is then for the rest of the broadcast or rest of the calls or any other thing that they need to be on, they're going to know how to, number one, confirm that they're there. They're going to know how to check in. And here's the cool part. You guys are bringing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people a week. You want to be training your team, the 5 people or the 3 people, you want to be training those people every week so that you're not training 10 people. You're training 1 to 3 or 1 to 5, your newest crop. The sooner you train them and the sooner they're consistent on checking in with you is the faster that you're going to have less people to train. So just to get some experience from these guys down here on the bottom, since these are the top leaders in our team, anybody want to answer? What would you say is, in fact, I think Kim probably has the best info here. You're probably the one that gets your team onto the checkpoint call the most consistently out of our bunch. And what do you do? What are some of the strategies that you use in order to drive people to that and then require them to check in? How are you getting that job done?
All right. Thanks so much for having me. And it really is a skill set. And what I learned, and I learned this from Megan, who's my mentor, but when you have a new call or anything new in your schedule, you always forget it. I know that I forget, and I forget to take pills that I've got to take now. So what I do now with new team members is every day I call them about an hour before the checkpoint call that they have confirmed for, whether it's in the morning or the afternoon, or I text them, and all I say is, hey, don't forget about checkpoint. Make sure that you're texting me or emailing me and letting me know that you're hopping on. If you need the number, here it is. And so I just do that for the first 3 or 4 days, and then if they don't check in with me that following day, then as soon as I know that they haven't checked in or called in that checkpoint that I've left it up to them, that afternoon I am calling them.
Now, if you could just pull your screen down a little bit. We're only getting the top half of your face. There we go. Hey, I want to see your smile. Okay, so perfect. So then let me ask you this, because I know a lot of people who are listening are, kind of, maybe sometimes it happens like this, where you call them one time and you leave them a message and they don't call you back, or they don't like respond, and so I know in the beginning when you're fairly new in the business, that can feel kind of like personal, huh?
Yeah.
But more often it's exactly like you said. It's something brand new and they're just kind of forgetting, and life is getting in the way, and the dog ran across the street and dragged the kid with it, and you know what I mean? Like stuff is happening. So it can get challenging to remember, and then when they don't remember and you have to get a hold of them and you leave them a message and they don't respond because something else is going, the next thing is coming on, right?
Yes.
What is your strategy for reaching them?
When I notice that they have not been on for that very first day and they have not responded to me, the moment that I notice that they have missed the checkpoint call for that day, I am calling them and saying, hey, just notice that you had trouble hopping on today, and anything that I can do to help you. Where are you in the training? And kind of answer a little bit of questions for them if they have had some questions as they're going through the training that day. And then also to say that I will check in with them tomorrow and make sure that they are able to hop onto the checkpoint call that next day. So
Absolutely.
I kind of set an appointment with them for that following day. and they know that I am going to be able, or that I am going to follow up with them. And I kind of make a joke out of it, and this used to be in the other script, but it's kind of like, I'm going to come and hunt you down if you're not on the checkpoint call on the second day. I'm going to come and hunt you down.
Right.
And we just kind of make a joke out of it, but they know that I am watching their progress every day.
Right. Absolutely. Okay, great. So, perfect. Anybody else want to add anything? Thanks, Kim. Arlene, Shauna, Meg?
Well, I think it's just important, like Kim said, to do it every day.
So how do you remember to do it every day? What do you do?
Oh, the first thing I do in the morning is check my checkpoint roster.
And where do you do that?
In your pack tracker under rosters.
Okay. Where is another place that you can check that information out on the GPS office?
Oh, we can do our training funnels now.
Right. Absolutely. So guys, the two things you want to check in the morning right when you get up in your GPS office, first is your contact manager, is your decision pack contact manager. That shows you where all the prospecting training packs are sitting, and then of course your new enrollee contact manager, so that you know exactly where the team is in the training. And that, I want you guys to write this down, that new enrollee training tracker on the contact manager in the GPS office, that is real time. Real time. So what that means is anybody who's listed in there is in that section, and so you'll know where your team members are, but you want to have a handle on who did or did not check in with you the day before on their training. Right, Shauna?
Right.
So do you put an appointment in your calendar in the daytime to do that, or how do you remember it?
Usually I will do it at the end of a dial session.
So guys, she's dialing them on the end of each dial session until she reaches them, not just one time, right?
Right.
Okay. Anybody else have any? What?
Dial them till you get them.
Yeah, totally. Anybody else, any other strategy to remind yourself or remember about getting your guys on?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I don't know if I missed if Shauna said this or not, but every morning when for my business, I make sure I go through not only the prospecting steps of the business, but then also those that are in training, getting close to their business planning call, making sure everybody's like right on track to where they need to be.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you guys think is the window from sign up call 2 to business planning call?
4 days.
5 days. 5 days. Yes.
3 to 5, guys. We've got to push that back to 3. The training's going to get faster, so we got to be right on top of that one. So far, guys, we've talked about the checkpoint training. Now, we also have a conference call structure, so write this down. The conference calls, and I say calls because they've been calls since I got here, but they're really broadcasts, which means that they're on the internet. You can access them from a smartphone. If you can access them if you have internet connection, no matter whose internet connection it is or what device you're using. And we have the Thursday night deadline call. So who do you guys put on that?
I put on any of the new people that have come in since the last Thursday, as well as anyone who has not upgraded to an affiliate pack.
Okay, so write that down, guys. Anybody new who's come in since the previous Thursday, and so that's this week's business, and anyone who does not yet have an affiliate builder pack. And so what's the purpose of that broadcast, you guys?
Major purpose is to bust volume. So for those who have not upgraded, to help them see the value in upgrading. And then it's also confirming for those who made the decision to upgrade themselves that it was a wise business decision. And it just helps confirm that for them.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, great job. And so that's who's going on the six-figure deadline. So that's not like the five of us, we don't sit on six-figure deadline on Thursday night. You don't need to sit on six-figure deadline. What you need to do is drive your team there. And then what happens is starting to get people confirmed for that broadcast, guys, it can't start Thursday morning. That has to start, you're actually telling them on the sign-up call to script. So every single day between their sign-up call to and that next Thursday's, six-figure deadline broadcast, they're going to hear it on checkpoint call. That's another reason to get them to the checkpoint call. They're going to hear it everywhere. They're going to see it everywhere. They're going to get emails about it. And your job is to make sure that they have it in their calendar and that they know to contact you when they get on. So for an example, write this down. What you want to report to your enroller or your mentor on Wednesday, because that's the very latest you can have these numbers. On Wednesday, you want to report total possible. So if you brought 2 people in for the week and you have 3 others in your team that don't have affiliate builder packs, then you have 5 people on your roster. What you need to report to, so that's total number possible. What you want to report to your enroller is how many of those people are live confirmed. And when you live confirm them, you're training them by saying it. When you get on the broadcast, you do to my mentor that you're there with me. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Anybody have any strategies for getting their team onto six-figure deadline that I haven't covered?
Just keep in mind that you want to be excited when you talk to them. Tell them it's incredible information that's going to explode their business. Just be excited.
Absolutely.
And you need to be there,
Exactly. You guys, it can't be a situation where you're saying be there or else. They can't get in trouble for not being there. This is a volunteer business. So they need to be, like Shauna, they need to be attracted to be there, not driven from behind with a bullwhip. And what you want to make sure of is if they have conflicts, you need to help them come up with some solutions. Like for an example, if they say, well, I don't get out of work, I'm barely going to make it home, no problem. Is there anywhere else you can park it and watch it on your smartphone? Or can you stay at work a little bit later and watch it at work? What can you do, not what's not possible for you? People will focus on what's not possible, what they don't have, what they can't do. But really what's important is helping them learn to focus on what's possible, how they can get the job done, et cetera, et cetera.
But that, Heidi, this is, I think, painting the picture of what this call is going to do for them and how it's going to benefit them.
Yeah.
Always tying it back into their goals.
Yep.
And what this call is going to do in order to help them meet their goals is
absolutely. Yes, and she's absolutely right, you guys. In order to get people to motivate people to do anything, it has to be about them and their goals. It can't be, well, you need to get on that broadcast or my enroller is going to come find me.
Which is true, but
which is kind of true, but yeah, it can't be like yeah. It's got to be all about what it's going to do for them. And it's not just to be there so you get information. That's not going to take anybody anywhere. It's be there so you can get that information that you're going to take away from there and apply to your business so you can achieve your goals, get a college fund going for your kids, buy a new home, buy a new car, get out of debt, all those things that people want to do. So yeah, absolutely. And then in the next step of the conference call structure, guys, we have the six-figure fast start. That's on Saturday. Once your new team member has been through their deadline call, they get on to the six-figure fast start, and the six-figure fast start is Saturday at 9 on sixfigurefaststart.com. And what do they learn on that? What do they learn on that broadcast, guys?
How to set up their week.
Right, Erlene, exactly. So what does that mean?
That means that they need to have a plan in place to get their 12 presentations in place, and that the goal is to have your 12 presentations done by Tuesday night, the next broadcast, so that you're set up to have added 4 people to your team by Tuesday night. Mm-hmm. And that ensures you've got your frenzy bonus that week.
Right. Absolutely, and gives you one more cycle and kicks you up the marketing plan and rank advances you guys. The whole goal is to train people on Saturday what to do with your week. We run our week Friday through Thursday, and we're talking about rostering so much right now. You've got to know how many people you have and write this down. For Saturday's broadcast, you want to have your first level. So your totally personally enrolled qualifiers, your PEQs. And you want to have, like I talked about earlier, total number possible, total number confirmed. And not your personally enrolled people, but the people who are underneath the people you enrolled. You need a total possible. And here's the thing. Let's say, for an example, Arlene's got 4 people on her team that all are working their plans, and they all are bringing people on board. They have team members who are supposed to be on 6-figure fast start. So if it's 1 person or 3 people or 6 people, that 1 person underneath Arlene has got to be responsible for getting their people there and then reporting that information to Arlene. So if she's got 4 people working, she should have 4 groups of people reporting to her Wednesday night, I have this many for deadline. Saturday, Friday day, I have this many for fast start, my personally enrolled and my team. So 2 sets of information for Saturday's 6-figure fast start, and then moving on to Tuesday. When would you guys say is the best time to start promoting Tuesday's broadcast?
After Saturday.
As soon as Saturday's done.
Right, as soon as Saturday's done, you guys. That means the emails go out. That means your roster, right there, right at that moment, you know how many people you need to get qualified, you need to get confirmed for Tuesday's broadcast. And then what does Tuesday's broadcast do?
Teaches them how to get their plan in place.
Well, that Saturday kind of got their plan in place. What are you doing on Tuesday?
Forces Saturday's call and then takes it to the next level, rank advancing.
Right. Megan?
I was going to say it's kind of almost like a midweek check-in to see where you're at from Saturday's call to Tuesday's call and make sure you're on track. If you're not on track, where you need to be back on track, and that type of information.
Right. So it's kind of like a check-in and a fix call. You're checking in on where you are in relationship to the plan that was laid out on Saturday, and then if you're off for any reason, what you can do to change that. Because here's the difference between people winning in this business and people failing in this business. The difference is when you see where you're off, taking immediate action to correct that. Right there, that is the number 1 reason people win here. And that is a skill set that's developed over time. And the purpose of the broadcast is to point out what needs to be handled or managed, and then how to. And then your job as you're growing in the business is to get faster and faster at that window. So that when you see that you're off, say for an example, it's Monday and you've got only 8 presentations done, and you don't have 3 people in, you've got 2 people in, it shows you where to look for those other presentations, and then your personal decision to get those presentations done in order to have your 12. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Anything you guys want to add to rostering for 6-figure countdown on Tuesday?
I don't know that it's the rostering as much as the other thing that I know I always take away is the reminder to be looking not only at my plan first, but then looking downline from there. And so where's my team at? And I know that that's the other point that I always take away from the Tuesday broadcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely. You guys, if you're looking at your plan and you're looking for your 12 presentations and your new team members are new, then they know, like everybody can write down 12 presentations. That's not the issue. But the issue is, where do you find them? How do you get them? What do you do to have them? And that's part of what growing your team and learning how to show other people that same thing. And they learn that on the broadcast, they learn that on the RAC, but you're the backup. It's like we're all saying the same information. And the point is to reiterate the same information so that we're all headed in the same direction, getting the same result. If you're not getting the same result, say for an example, you've had 3 sign-up call ones and you don't have a person in, you got to take a look at those numbers and see if, if there's some thing that's, standing in your way of getting the numbers to convert for you. Sometimes it's that you're super new in the business and you haven't been through enough numbers to have ratios. It could be that. It could be as easy as that. Any other thoughts on this, on the conference call structure or rostering or reporting to your enroller? Okay, perfect. So what we're looking for, guys, first of all, I want to thank my fabulous elite team. They're so awesome. You guys are awesome. And also, I want to make sure that we're clear. Everybody on this broadcast, everybody who sees this broadcast, from this point forward, the question can't be in your mind of what to do. The question is, are you going to do it? That's really the question. So, are you going to be the person that adds this piece in place that, reports this information to your mentor? Today is Tuesday. Our next broadcast is the deadline. So you're looking into your new business, you're looking into the roster of people who should be there. Today's Tuesday, get a jump on it. Instant message your mentor now and say, you know what, for Thursday, this is how many people I have. I have X number of them confirmed, and I'm going to go get the rest. And then tomorrow night, Wednesday night, you've got the same quantity of people possible, except for the ones you bring in tomorrow, right? And then you're reporting that information. And then as Friday approaches, guys, we're looking for the people who are taking this information. Remember, this is not just information to have information. This is information to implement. And here's the best part. This is the best part about the whole deal. When you implement these little tiny steps, first of all, they're going to seem like a major pain in the rear when you get started with them, because it just seems like, oh my gosh, another thing. But once you do them, even for a week, it's going to seem very simple to you. And by delivering that information to your mentor, they're going to be able to help you grow your business faster. You're going to learn how to grow your team much faster. And when you see people getting on these broadcasts and you're confirming that they're there and they're checking in and they're taking the notes and they're implementing the stuff, you're going to see your business absolutely explode. And everybody wants that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. All right, well, you guys, thanks very much for helping me tonight, and we'll get this video cleaned up and shipped out to the team, but let's get these rosters nice and tight for Thursday, okay?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thanks, you guys. Oh, Megan's got us.